Hey, it's Mike of Millennium Martial Arts, and it is 12:35. I actually had created a video earlier in the day that I had scheduled to go out today at 12:30, but for reasons that I don't fully understand, my technology did not work. So I'm actually redoing the video again. I'm going to do a kind of abbreviated version of the last one. Hopefully it doesn't post both of them because that would be embarrassing. But nothing I can do about it because I clearly didn't read the manual or something. Anyway, today is episode 62 of Time Out Tuesday, and I titled it something like, "Been doing this all along." You know, how cool is that? And the reason why I titled that was that I was actually having a conversation with another martial artist, somebody who actually is senior to me, not only in years, but in training and rank. He comes from the same lineage as I, but he's got several more black belts than I have, and so I was chatting with him a little bit and telling him a little bit about our dojo, a little bit about a philosophy of our training, how we teach people, and how we cultivate them to be creative over time. And he sort of interrupted me in the middle and said, "Oh, Shuhari, you're practicing Shuhari." And I said, "I have no idea what that means." So he went on to explain to me what Shuhari means. I'm actually going to put this up here now so you can see the words I'm saying. So it says it right here. I can't point to it. There you go. Shuhari, and that's the pronunciation underneath, or the phonetics, Shuhari. And I'm going to take that off so it's kind of distracting to me. So anyway, so Shuhari is this concept of the three phases of learning. Now, I didn't really even know that we were doing this, but it turns out that we've been doing this all along. I actually like the fact that not only is this term Shuhari a martial arts term that's very often applied to the teachings and the way of learning martial arts, but it's also some terminology that has been applied to business, in particular agile software development. I love it when things from the martial arts make their way into the mainstream. I like it when people say that he's like, he's a black belt in cooking, or he's like, she's a ninja accountant type of a thing. I love it when people apply that because it has like, an inherent meaning. So when we promote someone to black belt, it's got that inherent meaning of, pinnacle, the top of their class type of thing. So in any case, I digress. The topic today is Shuhari, the three phases of learning that were explained to me, and as it turns out, we've been doing them all along. So in the first phase of Shuhari, Shu, we learn things in a very pedantic way, very by the book, exactly how they were taught to us, the way they've been passed down from generation to generation. We're not looking to be creative here. What we're really looking to do is learn the steps of how something is done the most proper and correct way, the way it's always been done, and to try to internalize and develop muscle memory. So that's the Shu phase. And all people that begin martial arts begin in the Shu phase. You have nothing to base your training on other than what's being told to you. And in fact, our first guiding principle of karate is that when you come in to ask for teachings, be submissive and free of prejudice and accept those teachings as they're shown. Don't bring your own bias into it. Develop your learning based on what's being taught to you. So that's the first phase, Shu. In the second phase, Ha, we take those learnings. We've been practicing them for several years or months or whatever it is. There's a lot of flexibility in this concept. And we begin to bend and twist those things and try to understand what works, what doesn't work. If it doesn't work, why doesn't it work? Does it not work because I'm not practicing it correctly, or does it not work maybe because my body shape or the body shape of my opponent is not working well, or maybe it only works when my opponent cooperates with me, which is really means that it probably is not the best self-defense technique. And we begin to bend, shape, twist, or even break what we learned in the Shu phase. So we got Shu and Ha. As we then progress through that phase, and maybe we make our way, in martial arts through brown belts and black belts, we then develop this re-phase, this last phase where we never abandon the core understanding or the core teachings, but we take those initial drills and forms and other things that we learned that to help build muscle memory, and we push them off to the side, and we take the things that we learned in that second phase, that breaking, twisting, and reshaping phase, and try to apply what we've learned to new methods, to better methods, because really the martial arts is in fact an art, and we always encourage our students to be artists, not robots. So develop on your own, tweak and fix things, make the martial art that you're practicing your own art, and then over the course of time, the things that are created in this re-phase very often wind up being taught to our students, and in effect, the things in the re-phase that are developed become the things in the shoe phase that are being practiced by new students, and that kind of develops this cycle of learning. And I think it's a really important thing. I was thrilled to find out that the thing that we've been doing all along has a name, Shuhari. I'll put that up there again for you guys in case you wanted to take a look at that or read more about it. I'm sure that if you take a look at other things that you do in your life, you will find that you learned using these three phases. If you learned a musical instrument, as you learned mathematics in school, you followed this phase, especially if you went on to higher learning. Hi, Terry. I just see that you logged on. And take a look at that. See if you can find other places in your life. But I think it's really great to apply a name of something to something that you're doing. It makes it a little bit easier to explain it to people. And so I thank this this instructor, that I mentioned to you earlier, for exposing me to this new concept. And I hope that you learned something from it today as well. So we've got a lot of stuff going on at the dojo this week. We're preparing for our Dojo Olympics, which is this coming weekend. If you've signed up for that, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. It's one of our biggest events. It's a free event. Last year we had, 90, 100 kids, plus all their parents there. It was really exciting. Lots of fun, games, snacks. It's a great day. We actually do it off-site. We rent a facility because we have so many people coming that we actually can't even fit them in our own. The following week we have our Dip Duck Dodge parent night out. Dodgeball, pizza, snacks. It's awesome. Drop your kids off for 3 hours. We'll take care of them. We lock the doors. We have a blast. The kids always leave exhausted and having a great time. Having had a great time. And then we have testing coming up on April 6th. We've got a women's self-defense course that we have scheduled for mid-April. And we just released our 4 weeks of summer camp. So we have a ton of stuff heading into the spring, heading into the summer. Excited. Weather's going to start getting warm. Let's say goodbye to winter. I hope everyone has a really fantastic day today. Make it a great day, and I will see you at the dojo. Peace.